Hello, everyone. Shabar Arcino here, and let's talk about it. Now, we have been hearing and seeing a lot in the news about this Jussie Smollett situation. And the case and all the formalities that's been happening, all of the weird activities that we've been hearing, the stories, it has become more increasingly a problem as far as lack of trust in the story, lack of believability. People are starting to come out ever since this Good Morning America interview, in which he just really tried to reiterate the fact that he's telling the truth. And he's upset that people are questioning him. Well, now the Chicago Police Department, from what we know, are starting to feel a certain way or look a certain way when it's coming to this case. This case, they seem to have brought in people of interest in this subject or on this attack, where they were able to get statements because there's no photographs of an attack. So now, two law enforcement sources with knowledge of the investigation told CNN that the Chicago police believe Jussie Smollett paid two men to orchestrate an assault on him. Now, Smollett denies playing a role in the attack, as been said before. He denied that. And he said that they yelled out racial and homophobic slurs. Once he said an attacker put a rope around his neck and poured an unknown chemical substance on him. Now, the sources told CNN that there are, I'm sorry. Now, hey, what's going on? Now, sources are said to believe that they have information that the rope was found around his neck, was bought at a hardware store in Chicago, and there's records to show that these two brothers had purchased purchased this at a hardware store in Chicago. No, Smollett's attorney said that he is angered by these developments that was coming out as thinking he was the one that orchestrated this. And they actually said this: as a victim of a hate crime who has cooperated with the police investigation, Jussie Smollett is angered and devastated by recent reports that the perpetrators or are individuals he's familiar with. He has now been further victimized by claims attributed to this alleged perpetrator that Jussie played a role in his own attack. Nothing is furthermore from the truth, and anyone claiming otherwise is lying. So that's what their statement is. So they saying right now the updates from the Chicago police on the investigation will continue cooperating with the authorities. They said at this present time, Jussie and his attorneys have no inclination to respond to unnamed sources inside of an investigation, but will continue discussions through official channels. Now, all of these things started happening outside of the Lowe's Hotel. The Lowe's Hotel is very upset that a lot of these things were happening out there. These two brothers are supposedly Nigerian, and it said that, oh, some unknown source saying that he paid them money in advance to stage the attack before they went to Nigeria, and saying that he's going to pay them some money after it was done. All of these things are starting to leak out, and we don't understand why. We really don't understand why. Now, like I'm saying, we don't know what happened as far as if he's telling the truth or is he not. But this is what's being leaked out, and he's upset about it. So these are the latest developments. Oh, you can tell because they're not even putting this video out right now. So they're not even sending out anything about it. No notifications. So we'll just have to go from there. Now, according to the sources, they're saying these two people were extras on the TV show Empire. These two Nigerian brothers. This unknown source that's inside the police department that's leaking this to CNN and everywhere else. That these two guys who are Nigerian brothers were extras on the set of Empire. And that's how they know Jesse. So that's what's being leaked out here in the streets. And my thing is, if they were saying all these things to you and they're Nigerian, I'm quite sure they had a distinctive accent. And he said they were wearing masks, so he didn't get a chance to see too much or to make out if they were Caucasian, black, or white. But if they're Nigerian, I would think they would have a distinctive accent that he probably would pick up on if they said these type of things. What's up, Empire nigga? I, I mean, I'm quite sure there was some type of accent or something that was in there. Yeah, well, it is what it is. So at this point, that's where they're going with it. Well, thank you, Demetrius. I appreciate it. I'm gonna be checking to see all the people who donated today. This is bona fide, like crazy. What's happening right now? Just totally crazy. So yeah, I know. There just was no real investigation into that. It's a lot of these investigations. Oh, you got to say pause after you say something like that, Mr. Pace. You got to say pause on that one. Well, we gotta wait and see. We gotta wait till the official report comes out before we say anything. But these are unnamed sources coming out with these remarks. Oh, it's cool, Wes. I appreciate it. Don't do anything that's gonna put you in a bind. Do what you can. So I just wanted to get you the information as far as like what's going on right now with the situation. It's crazy right now. It's completely crazy. The cops ain't saying anything yet. This is supposed to be from two Chicago police officers inside. Unnamed police sources on the inside are saying it. So who knows, you know, exactly what this is yet. So we're gonna just have to wait and see. But they caught the two guys who they believe are the suspects, and it was two brothers from Nigeria. They got the receipt where they bought the rope and everything else. So if this is a hoax, my thing is what you can't be that thirsty for fame because this is not the fame you want. Like, why would he want this attention? This is not to be the victim of a hate crime and all this stuff. He's got everything he wants. He's got a show that's continuing to go forward. He's on Empire. They have no plans of canceling Empire. I don't know why, but it's continuously going on and getting more ridiculous as it moves forward. Um, but the thing is, it's continuing to move forward, and people are still watching this show for some reason. So, what would he have to gain by doing this? That's my whole thing. I can't really wrap my head around. Like, he's not somebody who's normally an attention whore, like somebody who wants a lot of attention. He's not one of those guys that really was like, I want to be out there where everybody know me. And he's not really one of those dudes. But now they're trying to make him like a catalyst or something for standing up and all this. And he's got that rainbow behind him. So, it is what it is. But we're gonna see exactly what transpires here. Well, that community's always been rampant in Chicago. It was normally confined, but now it is spread it like wildflower. Absolutely. Absolutely. I can't even say politics and business. I just think it's kind of ridiculous right now. he did. So we're gonna have to wait and see. It's a waiting game. It is what it is. But moving forward, we're gonna see how this transpires and how it helps or how it doesn't help. When he said he was the gay Tupac, I was gonna give him the benefit of the doubt. But once he said he was the gay Tupac, oh man, that's classic.
Actual safety.
His story makes no sense. Well, there are a lot of things that just don't make sense. But I can't see what he could gain out of it. Like a emotional cry, he be the face or something. I just don't think he's that kind of guy that wants that type of attention. I don't see him as that guy. Believe me, there are others out there. I could see them really faking this to boost him up. But to risk delaying the shoots of Empire,
You really crossed the line here. I'm sorry, sir. You don't wanna. I do not accept your apology. Hey, it, Tasha, that is a beautiful name.
gotta love me. He wanted to get that cock meat sandwich. I need my cock meat sandwich. Y'all ain't got it. Nope, we don't. Oh, I don't want Juicy coming after me. I think he's telling everybody his name's Jesse. They probably named him Juicy for a reason. Juicy. Jussie Smollett. Watch power. Get rid of empire. Well, Jussie Smollett is that guy, ain't he? You ain't supposed to see him. I was with him last night, dummy. But you ain't never supposed to see him. That's smart. Long as I see. Man, I want to see that too. I want to see Doom Patrol. Cause my favorite character is the one with the personality. She got like 60 different personalities, and all of them got different superpowers. She my favorite one out the Doom Patrol. The Shy is the it. A bunch of California people trying to act like they from Chicago. Yeah, it's very entertaining. Listen, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, the DC streaming services on the DC universe. They got Doom Patrol, and I'm ticked off because I gotta get that now. Why I don't do interviews? We mean why I don't like to do interviews? Because I've interviewed a lot of people. I don't like interviewing. Never been fond of it. I like to have conversation. Interview to me is just like I gotta set the stage for them to just answer these questions and get some information out of them. They're not gonna give you anything that of any purpose unless you know them, or they give you something of merit, something really good. Like me and Bob Arum have good interviews because I basically talk to Bob Arum. So me and him sitting around and talking, you know, absolutely. I was thinking of calling some people yesterday. Then I changed my mind. But anyway, I'm gonna get out of here, get this day rolling, get some videos out for y'all. So let me get to work.